Good morning and sliding into afternoon. Nana, also known as Judy Allen here with Teach Me Nana today, right? I do adventurous stamping and also do Teach Me Nana and Zoe Nana stamping here. So today we are going to be casing from the spring retreat and see what we can do to make a nice fun fold card from the items from the kit, plus cardstock. It's cardstock that I sent out to my subscribers in the mail a few days ago. And we're going to use some of that today, all right? And show you what we do with the fun fold and creating beyond the box, right? Because we have already, if you missed us on Sunday, we already created everything in the box. So I'm on box number 2. That's how pretty the cards are and everything else. So with that, let's go down the hands and let's do this. Let me show you what we're going to be doing today. All right, so these are what we created. We created everything in the box. We did all of these on Sunday, right? Last Sunday. So today we're going to case. This is actually from the spring retreat that we did last weekend, and this is how this pulls out. So we're going to do the same thing, but we're doing it with the kit. And I actually had to get out my instructions because we always give instruction sheets, right, when we sit there and do this. So I actually got the measurements and everything straight from here. So if I need a cheat sheet to help me out, I can do that. So let's see what we can do here. So what we've done is I've already done it, but I took this is a card. So I put this down as cardstock because this is really what it is, right? It's cardstock that they've actually set there and they've actually printed on it, right? So we're actually going to use one of these. And so I'm going to do something different today because I'm actually taking 2 of them and combining them together to make this happen. All right? So I showed you that one. The other one that I set there and sliced and diced, so this one right here, before all the stuff was put on it. So that's the other one. And I brought the pieces just so you could see the leftover pieces because we can still use these, right? We can still do some fun things with these. And that's what we do every Friday, right? I want to try to show and demonstrate something, inspire you of what else you can do with the stuff that's in the box, right? Let me put my pen aside. You don't need my pen. So, let's see what I got here. All right, I'm just trying to see if I can follow and keep up with you because this is just a new way and format, right? To be able to see me and create at the same time. So we're just trying to get adjusted to it. So here's some pieces. As you can see, this is the front of the one I just showed you. And we're going to have some white cardstock here for the inside out. And now this I did not send a sample paper of, because I always send them at least 3 sample colors, card base, right, for any of my subscribers. So I didn't send crushed curry. This is crushed curry, and that's because I wanted to really pick up this color right here because it really isn't an orange per se that we have like this, but really crushed curry goes really well with it. So that's what I'm going to use it for, and I would definitely want to capture the gold on this paper here. So this is the back side of this piece right here. All right, so all I've done is I've gone in and I've just cut it, right? I just cut it right on the scored line. If you wonder what that is, it's just coming right down here. Let's see. Well, I can use this. Oh, here's what I was looking for. See, this score line is already there for the card base. I just cut along that score line is all I've done. All right, to be able to get the things that I want to be able to get here and make this card. So let's put this down first. If you want to know this size this is a 3 by 5 1/4. So I cut it down to 3 by 5 1/4 because it was at 5 1/2. So I cut it down to 5 1/4. And we're just going to put this on with adhesive. I was going to use that real slender piece I had left over, but it didn't work out. So it's okay. I'll use it for another card. Right? Because we do this every Friday. Come on to inspire you of what else you can do with your kit. Okay. And I made sure the goldish orange color is right here on the outside because I wanted to be sure to pick up the color that I'm going to put up here. All right. So this piece actually is just going to go centered right here. And I'll put some adhesive right here. It's going to be covered up, but what I like about it, it just gives it enough color to make it pop. And you'll see in just a minute what I'm talking about. So yes, in case, I'm trying to copy this here, but it's not going to be exactly like this. Our colors are different, right? But we're going to have this here, which is nice, and it lets you pull it out like a tab, right? So we're going to have that. So it's not going to be the colors, but it's going to be very similar. That's where we're casing the idea from, right? Okay, this piece is going to be right here. I was just showing you, and we're going to put it right there. So we're not going to put it everywhere. So yes, if you notice, I didn't, because it was the whole front of a piece of the card base, I just cut it off. Yes, the gold doesn't go all the way, but it's still going to pick that all up, and that's the focal point is what I want it to be. So we're just going to go ahead and put some adhesive. Right here. So yes, we are supposed to get rain today. We haven't had like a lot of rain showers to get May flowers, but it looks like we're going to try to make up for some of it in May. All right, so this is where we are right here. Okay, so we go to open this up. I've already cut this down to be right here. Now I wanted the blue to be on this side. All right, so we're just going to put this down. And then I've already cut the piece that I had on the inside to be able to put a sentiment on the inside, and that is a 2.5 by 4 inches. I'm looking at my notes up there from what we're casing from the retreat. Okay, so see how that's going to look now? That's what it's going to look like. So there you go. All right, so we're just going to put this white piece right in the center here, and then we'll finish up the front here. So if you're wondering, this is Pool Party, and this is a sample that I sent people. I sent them enough to make a card out of it. So this is actually a 7.5 by 5.5. So it's taking what we normally cut and just cutting off 1 inch and you get there, right? We'll just put this right in the center so you can put the sentiment in here. So I didn't want it so big that, right, you can capture the colors because it's all of it that blend together that makes it so pretty, right? All right, so let's finish this up here. So we have 2 choices, right? I'd already cut this in advance just to see what I would like the most. So this is actually a 2 inch by 3 1/4, I believe. Let's see here. Actually, this is a 2 1/4 inch by 3 1/2. So 2 1/4 inch by 3 1/2. I'll get you right there. However, if I size it down 1/4 inch, that's going to give us a 2 by 3 1/4, right, like that. So I don't know. You'd have to let me know what you prefer, right? It just depends on how much of the color you want to see here versus something here that's going to take up more color. And actually, personally, I almost wish we could just like a little circle, and I could do that as well. All right, so we got to think about what sentiments we want, right? Because I've gone ahead and pulled out some things here. We have left over, or I shouldn't say from my next kit, right, that I had to go ahead and get into. So we actually have this here, which I think it's just a little big, all right? It's one of those things, it's all a personal preference. So even if you took the smaller one here and you came along and added the gold, I just think it really doesn't. Now it might go down here and look okay, but up there I think it's just too much, right? And the bottom line is, when a person gets their card, they're going to pull it open like this, right? So even if you wanted to put this on the inside, again, the thing is, it's so big, right? So it's really more of an outside thing, which you could if you wanted, right? But that's not exactly what I'm doing at the moment. So let's see what else we have to add. The other thing that I really liked and wanted to add were some of these flowers. But even then, I'm not sure. Right? It's one of those things we always envision one thing, and sometimes it just doesn't always work out. And I think that's what we're going to see here. Is what I really want to capture is the beauty of the paper, right? So if I go and add flowers like this right now, it's sort of going to take a little bit away from it. I'm not saying you couldn't do it. I'm just saying it's just going to take away from it, right? Okay. There's some other things that are in the kit that's just as big, right? So the word hugs, let me show you how big that is. But we can sit there and stamp hugs, right? But see how big this is? Okay. So I didn't want to use that either. So it's all about, deciding what you want and what you have and what you can work with here. So what we have right here is we do have the word hugs, which will fit fine here. We have congratulations won't fit on this piece, but we can sit there and fuzzy cut around it or stamp on the tag they have in the kit itself. Hugs would work fine. The other ones that we have is don't know why I'm looking at this. We can look at this right here. We have thinking of you. Congratulations. You are amazing. I'm here for you. Sending my love. Congratulations on your retirement. Congratulations to the happy couple. So there you go. We've got several things. These will actually, the smaller ones will actually fit on here. But hugs is the only one that actually will just stamp right on there. And unless I said, unless we want to sit there and hand fuzzy cut out. Okay, which we can do that. We can easily put it across like this right here. So let me get that there so you can see what it looks like. Because it's all about choices, right? It's all about choices. This is what we have in the kit to stamp the words on. So again, let me show you what that looks like. And we could do it so I brought the crushed curry because we can easily see how that would really nice pop up just like that. And here's the other one. You say, how do I know this? Well, I did all this last Sunday. Whoop, whoop. This one's thinking of you, which I think that would be real pretty too, right? Just be able to pop it up right there. And you know what, if we wanted to, we don't even have to do that. We can just do thinking of you here and leave it at that. So let's see how that looks for us, okay? So this is, I'm doing it in, actually I'm going to do it in 2 colors just so you can see the difference. So one's going to be in the color that came with a kit, which is Berry Burst, right? So it's all about choices, all about choices. So we're going to do Thinking of You. Actually, I'm going to do it diagonally because I think I'm going to like that a little bit better. And then we're going to do it right there in Crushed Curry. So I do have my, what I need to clean with, and I just, alright. So if you never use the ink spots, they're really great to carry, you know, in a box. If you're traveling and want to do something, let's see. There you go, Thinking of You there. And then now we'll do it in the Crushed Curry and see what you think. So what I do is I usually just put it up here, right? See what we're going to like best. Put that down there. Thank you. All right, so that's one. Clean it off, and we'll do the other color. Yeah, this is just, yep, that's what we use to clean our stamps. All right, we're going to do the Crushed Curry, just so you can see what that looks like. Right, so the Crushed Curry does, it just comes in and brings this gold color right here in. So yes, if you keep your ink spots from kits and also from paper pumpkins and everything and all, you end up with a variety of colors, right? That makes it nice and easy to be able to have a variety. And we're just going to stamp it here. All right. So there you go. That's the 2. And I think I still like the Berry Burst, but I at least want to give you a choice, right? Because it's all about choices. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this one on here. I'm going to get Thinking of You on here. And then we can actually put something smaller down here if we want to. So we're just going to put this on with some dimensionals. I just love the colors. I can't remember the name of the DSP they used to have that was very much like this. It was very, very pretty. Just like this, right? So I'm hoping this is a sign they're going to bring some of that back, right? Might be the holiday catalog. So see how this is just going to really pop like that? All right. And let's see, did I get that straight? Looks like I got that maybe not quite straight enough. Before I go ahead and make this like as permanent as I'm going to get it. Okay, so see, it's just going to stick out a little bit. But the main thing is, it's okay to do that, right? It's all about layering and dimensionals. You just want to make sure it doesn't go over the card right here, because this is going to fit in the envelope just as is. So we've got Thinking of You, and I'm going to do You Are Amazing, because you are amazing. So we're just going to get one of these right here, and we're going to get the stamp, because you are amazing, right? I don't care what somebody else told you, you are amazing. It's a day to create, share, and give, right? Make a difference in someone else's life. And you can do that. Yeah, so if you don't like your, I don't necessarily have to always have mine straight, but if you need it, just get you something that's straight. You can square yourself up that way. And there you go. Now I am going to do this one, and we can flip it over. I am going to do this one in crushed curry to see how I like the two colors. Right? So you say sometimes when you're creating, you don't know. Well, try it out, right? Because if we don't like it, what can we do? We're just going to flip it over. So here's what it would look like in yellow, or a crushed curry, I should say. Let me use the right color name. And then we're going to do it with the berry burst. I think I'm going to still like the berry burst. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't know if you're like me, but sometimes in the morning, I like one color. Do it later in the day or the evening, and I like the other color. So, right, we had the opportunity to change our mind, but the thing is, you know what? I can also make a card of each, and I don't have to even make the decision. Let's make one of each. So there you go. All right, let's see how this looks here. I think I like this better, but it's going to be pretty lonely down here by itself, right? So let's see if we have anything in here that we can add, which we could add the flowers, right? This would be a perfect time and place to add the flowers. So let's go ahead and get this up on dimensionals, and we're going to get this right there next to Thinking of You. Yeah, I'm just going to tear this off. This is just the side part of dimensionals, but it's workable. It serves a purpose, right? And I'm just going to cover the, there you go. I'm just going to cover that crushed curry one that I stamped a while ago. And I'm just going to put this right up here. And then we're just going to add a little bit of flour. So we don't have to add it all, right? But the nice thing about this, we can make it go over and under if we want to. I'm thinking about where's the place to best divide it. I'm going to look at right here because actually I can come through here. So anytime I cut, or you know, you're going to cut something, just think about where's your path that you're going to be cutting through, right? So like right here, I'm going to cut here, and I can come right here with these leaves right here and make it work. Okay? So if I even wanted to shorter, so this is one, right? We have choices. It's all about choices. So that's one possibility. All right, I'm going to go find another place where I can cut a line. You know, it looks like I'm just cutting and it's all natural like it came that way, right? So I'm just going to come snip here. Now this one's a little bit more dainty, right? So I'm going to have to snip real easy. It's not like we're in a need for speed contest or anything. All right. So here's another opportunity right here. We could easily use this. And that would curve around things. Now it'd be a little tall on that side to do it. All right. And let's see what else we have left. Okay, we have this little piece right here that's shorter. Again, we could set it there and get it to come around. I'm thinking I like this most probably option the best. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to trim it up just a little bit because I don't really want all of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come down here and trim. All right. Okay, I know sometimes it feels like, oh my gosh, we're going to cut something. It's okay. The world didn't end. The sun is still up. All right, just keep that in mind. The sun is still up. All right, so I'm just going to trim this a smidgen over here too. Just going to make it a little bit smaller. All right. Okay. So I'm just going to put this down in here. It's going to go with it, and we're just going to let it wrap around loosely. Okay, so I may have to do some maneuvering. All right, because this will easily go, but I already put dimensionals down there. Now I could pull it up, but let's see if we can do that without pulling it up. All right, I don't know that I can get anything under here, but I'm hoping. I'm hoping and believing. All right, and I can snip that a little bit too if I want to as well. All right, because see how that curves? We can actually just cut a piece off of that too, and I can just tuck this underneath. All right, so that's what I'm going to do here. And I'm just going to snip it here. Okay, and we're gonna let that go there, and we're just gonna come back and we're gonna tuck it right under here. Okay, because the thing is, I'm not really right. That you can still read the words just fine, and then we're gonna just come down here, and we're gonna do this right here. Okay, so let me get this going here. Because, you know, leaving the floral items here just loose like this, right? It's like giving it that 3D aspect that we can easily, like I said, we can easily get this to wrap around there. This one isn't too much because it's not covering the words. We're just going to come under here with this one. Now, if you want to, you can just glue it down. And in this one here, we're just going to tuck it. All right? Let's see. I want to tuck it just a little bit more. So, right, just snip where you need to snip. So I just try to make it look like it's the way it was, right? So when I snip this here, on this leaf here, I just make it look like this came that way, right? Not that I went and snipped here and snipped there. So the only person that's going to know I snipped here and there is you, if you're watching, right? So whoever's watching is going to know. Now see how that's just going to open that up? And I can easily then, hopefully, believing that I can easily come under here. And we can leave this up here as well too. All right, so let's just cut this here. So yeah, I just need a smidgen of glue, right? That's all I need. I don't need a whole lot. Okay, so I'm just going to tuck it, right? So it's going to come down there. So we're just going to tuck the end with some glue here. And then we're going to do the same thing with the other little ones I just let go. So this is actually going to be hidden, right? The rest of it's going to be out in the open. And I'm just going to tuck it right in here. Right? Just like there. And then we're going to come back with this piece right here. And I'm going to do the same thing, right? Which this is nice because I can do it any way I want to, right? If I want to, and come down like right here because I've cut it. So that's one of the things about cutting something and altering just a little bit. I'm using all the stuff, right? But I've just made it work, right? So I could work it for me the way I wanted to work it. So I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to tuck this in. And then we're just going to let it come over here. Okay? Now, if you want to do anything else with it, you can. But this is what we're going to do right here. And you know what you're concerned about there? Again, I can just snip that off. There. All right? And there we go. We just have a nice card. We've used what's in the kit, except the fact that we've added cardstock here that coordinates. And we can open it up here and put whatever we want on there. All right? So there you go. That's how easy it is to create. Go out, create something. Let's put a little Wink of Stella on some of these leaves. Ooh, I could have flicked it, but I didn't put paper on here, and I don't want to get Wink of Stella all over it. But it is really cool to flick the Wink of Stella. We did that at the retreat several times. Man, to see the sparkle, fairy dust everywhere. Pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool. Okay, there you go. That's how quick and easy it is to sit there and make an alternative with a kit. Stepping out of the box, using the items, but also altering them. Ta-da! All right, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, be sure to, we'd love for you to leave a comment. And also, if you would share, that would be really nice. That just helps support us. Let's see if I can get us back up to the face here. Yes. So, I want to thank you for supporting us and watching today, right? It's all about creating, sharing, and giving. Right? And learning new things and learning how you can take what you have and make it into something else. So that's what we hope you accomplished today by joining in with us. I want to thank you for supporting us here and on YouTube and Instagram. Be blessed, have an amazing weekend, and look forward to seeing you next week with Teach Me Nana, where we do another Beyond the Box card. All right? Be blessed. See you soon. Bye.